Hey, it is a Friday, the 18th day in the month of February. It is Up and Go on the Bridge 99 FM. We say good morning to everybody joining us on the FM band. That's the 99.1, 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, and 0.9. To everybody on the live stream, looking at the creativity, at the insanity, at Shellz in his pink cap. We say good morning to you. The entire team is here with me. We say good morning to Shellz.
Morning, Roddy, morning. Bless up, Bridge Nation. You know it's your boy, Shellz.
And JoJo.
Good morning, Bridge Nation. It's the girl Queen JoJo. I want to do a Friday. Woo!
I mean, I tell
Yes,
it
sir.
only. What's good?
Yeah, well, I've been here from 4 a.m.
The early rise, yeah, man.
Shellz, real man wear pink.
Hey, I prefer the term
Big up yourself.
off red.
Whatever.
I prefer the
That's
term
not
off
half
red.
red.
Off red. You
Yeah,
know?
I really off red, not half red. Off red
Off
it
red.
is. That's pink Shellz.
I am proud of the fact that you didn't go fuchsia or any of those
Oh,
other
yeah.
colors,
So,
because men don't
No, we
describe
don't know,
colors
yeah.
like that.
oh.
No,
But
we,
it's
we
not
know
fuchsia, it's pink.
we know the fundamental, the basic colors.
Yeah.
RGB,
Simple.
red, green, blue. Anything more complicated than that?
Hey, hold on, Roddy.
Yeah, yes, I.
Hold on, this is live radio.
Yes.
And you're full out Jamaica. Hey, Roddy never even tell anybody say.
And that man
yeah,
say,
but
I'm
but
a Jamaica no problem
Yeah.
t-shirt, you know.
Well, I
understand
tell
this.
you what's behind that. The thing is, we are at the World Expo. Of course, again, I take it for granted that the Bridge Nation knows that it is DJ RODDY G filling in for the party master, Mr. Richie B, who is on assignment. And that brings me to the point. I think today is all about Jamaica. It's Jamaica's day at the World Expo 2020.
I believe so. I believe they're going to be at the Jamaican Pavillion.
And so when the Bridge shines their camera on me and we are being streamed in Dubai, I want to make sure I said MC Jamaica, man.
Man never just use a tourist voice. You man just use a tourist
We
voice.
do not sound like that.
Man use a rented dread voice.
I don't rent that really go you with Can't believe you just do that to me, brother. Yeah, man, getting you those daily tidbits, keep you updated on what's happening on whether the entertainment, political, religious, or social scenes right here as we get you up and going. So as JoJo shared with you, our time for fly out, you know. We are going to cross on the Bridge Nation. You journey with me? Of course, because you're on the bridge. If you're just joining, want to say welcome to you. Everybody on the 99. Everybody on the live stream. I tell you, I don't know Bridge Nation. I don't know why them do that camera thing, you know. Them say visual radio, you know. Hey, we say visual. Hey, no, watch Richie. Hold on. The boss struck oil.
Hold on.
Excuse me?
The boss struck oil.
James Bond?
Hello there.
Is that the beat?
What
Richie?
up?
Richie Bond?
Everybody up?
Yeah.
You need to give us an update.
Yo.
Hey, we with the most pleasure, we say good morning, Richie.
Morning,
How are
Richie
you?
B.
We're here inside of the Jamaican Pavillion,
Straight.
and it's a whole lot of vibe, a lot of good, positive energy, and that is what we're spreading. Of course, our connection at this time is courtesy of Reggae Sumfest, the return, July 20 to 23, 2022, or music, or festival, or culture. We also thank the Jamaica Stock Exchange, recognized by Bloomberg as the #1 stock exchange in the world for 2 years running, thanks to Tad's Records, distributors of albums, Flatbridge by Dean Fraser, and Through It All by George Nooks. We thank the Jamaica Plumbing Supplies, Let's Save Water, and Electric Sticky, producers of King Jazz's new single, Body Moves. I'm here inside of the Jamaica Pavilion. My name is Richie B. We're surrounded by, of course, members of our team. Our CEO, Mr. Bobby Clark, is in the wing. We also have, of course, Prezi. I won't tell you what he had for breakfast this morning because that would be telling. Let me just tell you what happens in Dubai stays in Dubai.
Oh, wow.
As to the mix and the combination and the shock and surprise that was on Bobby and my faces, we won't even get into that because Prezi has a way of concocting that is sometimes unbelievable. We also have, of course, behind the cameras, the man called HQ. And we're here in Dubai. Today is a big day for Jamaica. The flag-raising ceremony took place earlier. Abijah has performed. A number of other Jamaicans have, in fact, performed earlier, some of which you will see on our IG pages. And of course, there's a whole lot of activity that is still to come today because it's Jamaica Day. Lots of giveaways, free coffee. Let me tell you, everybody coming into this pavilion are asking, do you still have Jamaican coffee being given away, people? No, Jamaican coffee is a hit. And I'm not surprised because, after all, Mr. Sangster, who we spoke with yesterday, he found that out early, and he has been doing very well with it in this region. We're in the booth. We're surrounded by a whole lot of Jamaican memorabilia. We were actually doing a sort of a test run earlier from the Shelley and Fraser Price corner, and many persons were actually trying to imitate her pose. There's, of course, many persons who were also imitating Usain Bolt's to the world pose. And there's just a great deal of activity that's going on inside of this booth. We will be talking right now with Mark, and Mark is one of the members of our delegation that's here. Mark Anthony Marsh Howard is going to be joining us, and he will tell you a little bit more of what has happened so far today and what is to come throughout the afternoon. Mark, please join me over here, and let's have a quick conversation. Good morning, and thank you very much for your kind accommodations. You've been very, very helpful. This is Mark, ladies and gentlemen. Just move forward a little bit for me, Mark. All right, so it's Jamaica Day. This is a big one on the calendar here at Expo, Dubai Expo 2022. What has happened so far, Mark, and what can we expect throughout the afternoon?
Okay, well, starting the day, this is our biggest day of the conference. This is 6 months long. This is our day. We started the day with a visit. Well, I shouldn't even say a visit. It was a flag raising. We started with Reem Al-Hashimi. She is the director of the Expo, as well as the Minister of International Cooperation. We then heard from our lovely Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kamina Johnson-Smith. We went forward from there for a visit of the lovely Jamaica Pavilion here, ensured that Reem and her team, as well as our team, got familiar with the culture, the music, all elements of the Expo here at the Pavilion. We then moved to the official lunch. Everything good?
Yes, yes.
All right, we moved for an official lunch with the delegation. We then had a gift exchange and signing of the official book of honor of the Expo. Now that was pretty thrilling as well.
Yeah, great.
We had a Jamaican concert, music at the Alwasa Plaza. We had a, what was it now? There was a media conference and a business connect conference. And we had one more major activity. Chef Simpson from New York was here. No introductions needed. He ensured this Eastern world knew of the national dish, ackee and saltfish.
Okay. What about jerk chicken? Did he demonstrate that as well?
You don't even have to ask. Jerk chicken was the second thing on the list, but we had to give them the national dish first. In the afternoon now, we have 3 other activities. The formal ending of the National Day. There will be a projection of the Jamaica flag all over the center of Expo, Alwasa Plaza. There's going to be music on the sax from Richie later today. And we have another conference as well, the Media Appreciation Conference. And Jamaica has a heavy impact on that.
What would you say, looking at the activities that you've seen here inside of this happening pavilion, give us, in summary, what the vibe has been like?
Well, the vibe is amazing. We always try and keep it, the vibe going here in dancehall now. We ensure people hearing reggae. We ensure people seeing you saying Shelly and the music. You can even try the world famous coffee itself in here. Quite a bit of people have passed through here. Over 2,000 people today so far, which is a lot for the size of the pavilion. We're handling it. Our staff is all over the place, ensuring everyone leaves happy. Everyone wants their souvenirs. I cannot keep the shelves stocked. So yeah, we are doing pretty much everything, ensuring people understand that Jamaica is all about hospitality.
Yeah. Mark, I want to thank you, and on several levels, for your accommodations and also for updating us as you did a while ago. We'll talk again later on this afternoon, all right?
Definitely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mark telling us what's been happening. We have run into a number of Jamaicans. There's a 13-year-old author, a published author. She's Jamaican. She has a book. She actually autographed a copy of it and gave it to me earlier. It's called Going Home. And we have a number of Jamaicans who are working in the bauxite industry. There are some teachers here. There's a very tight-knit Jamaican community. Many of them will be speaking with us as the afternoon progresses. But, well, for you as the morning progresses. But I want to thank you for this first connect. We had to skillfully navigate, Roddy, how we got in so that you could see and hear us as you are now. You want me to spill the beans or you don't want me to?
I want to hear all the details, my friend.
Well, let me just tell you that we can't even tell you all on the air, but they tried to prevent persons like ourselves from coming through.
Hold it right there, because right now you are demonstrating who a Jamaican is.
Yes,
all right.
We not forgot.
Yard thing,
Yard thing.
man.
Because you know so we are yardy.
Because we are yardy. So we were not going to travel nearly 10,000 miles to come here and report that unfortunately our cameras and our microphones were not allowed through certain. Nah, we weren't going. We were not going to do that.
We are Jamaican.
When
we say make things happen.
You see, when Bobby decides to write the book, he will give you his version of exactly how we skillfully navigated those challenges that we faced earlier this morning.
Richie,
there was a point when we thought it was not going to happen. But we are Jamaicans.
We
made it happen.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
And I see that you are practicing for your future in politics, because you have given some very diplomatic responses to how you got in. Hey, good to hear from you.
There's a whole lot more to be said.
And I'm
There's
sure
a whole lot more that can be said.
Yeah,
we
man.
will sometime.
Yes,
Off the air, though,
friend.
obviously. Thank you so much. Big up DJ RODDY. Big ups to Jody. Big ups to Sean and Richie and the entire crew. Of course, Roddy and Shellz doing a great job. We have more for you later on right here from Dubai in the Jamaican Pavillion on Jamaica Day at Dubai Expo 2022. More later on. Thanks again to our sponsors, Reggae Sumfest, the Jamaica Stock Exchange, Tad's Records, the Jamaica Plumbing Supplies, and Electric Sticky. Back with more later on today.
All right. There you have it, Bridge Nation. Man on assignment. We're not even going to start about the outfit yet, you know.
No, I like him just go around that.
Bridge Nation, you all need to log on to the live stream.
Yeah,
if
man.
you're not following Richie B on his Instagram page,
what am I
if
going
there's
with?
no other day that you need to follow the boss, you need to follow him today, because the man look like money.
Sharp.
The man look like money, brother.
Sharp.
May I tell you, right now, Dubai fit him.
Yep.
Dubai fit him.
Fit him, man.
At this time on a Friday morning, of course, it is time for our first interview. It is our first conversation with someone outside of the Up and Go team. We say good morning and welcome to Let's Talk Vax. This morning, Dr. Melody Ennis will be talking to us about the importance of receiving your second dose of vaccine. Joining me right now is the lady of the moment, the woman of this fight in the pandemic, Dr. Melody Ennis. Good morning.
Morning, Dr.
Hi,
Ennis.
morning. How are you?
I am doing well, thank you. In studio with me, that other voice you're hearing is that of Shellz.
Hello. Good morning, Dr. Ennis.
Hi.
Hi.
So Dr. Ennis, the pandemic has been something we've been grappling for a while. We have had the introduction of the vaccine for several months now. Some people have taken it up, and for those who have, they are dealing with the issue of getting their second dose of vaccine or booster shots. Can we speak a little bit more about the second dose? And one of the first questions that would come to mind is, how long after the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine is one expected to receive their second dose?
So it depends on the vaccine you have taken for the first dose. So we'll start with the second question. If you received the AstraZeneca vaccine, then it is recommended that you get your second dose 8 to 12 weeks after receiving the first dose. If you got Pfizer, we want you to get your second dose between 21 and 28 days after you've received the first dose. For Johnson & Johnson, 28 days. For Sinopharm, 28 days after you've received your first dose. So we are now at, why do we need the second dose in a second dose series? And that is because when you get your first dose, you have primed your immune system. And recall, the immune system is that system in the body that protects us from diseases, germs, getting in and wreaking havoc. Now, you get it primed, So, yes, they recognize that something is potentially wrong. But then over time, that defense kind of wanes. It gets less and less. And what we really want in the immune system is for it to have a memory, to be able to recognize over time these germs. So the second shot actually kicks in our memory cells. And it is only after getting that second shot in a two-shot series that persons can be considered fully protected.
All right. So again, just for emphasis, several vaccines on the market. How many are two-dose vaccines? How many single-dose?
Well, the only single-dose vaccine that we have here in Jamaica is the Johnson & Johnson. All the other vaccines, the three other vaccines, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and Sinopharm are two doses. And with Sinopharm, if you're over 60, it is actually 3 doses that you get.
All right. So this is something that we need to impress on the people that once you've gone out, you should be getting vaccinated, and you cannot consider yourself fully protected unless you've had one to prime the immune system and then the second dose to create that memory effect. That is what we need persons to really understand. Correct, Dr. Ennis?
That is absolutely correct. And that will bring us now to the point of booster doses. So the primary series is what fully protects you. But again, over time, we note that that protection wanes. And this is not new to COVID-19 vaccines. I am sure if you get a dog bite today or you get a rusty nail joke, yes, what you going to run to the doctor for?
Go for a tetanus shot.
Oh, there you go. You're running for your tetanus shot. Now, that tetanus that you're getting is actually a booster because we would have all received our tetanus as children in the primary series. So the body knows about lockjaw, but the booster now is to remind it, hello, it is there. Are you up and running? So that's what the booster does. So we run to get it to just pique the body to say, yes, 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 don't you ever forget. So it's the same thing with the booster shot now. So it is recommended that 6 or more months after getting your AstraZeneca or Pfizer, you take the booster, and 2 or more months after getting the Johnson & Johnson, you take a booster shot.
All right. And so there are guidelines, there are stipulations on the time frame that these shots should be administered. But then there comes these variants, and people might say, well, you know, I don't want to take no chance. I want to get my second shot
right
now.
now. Yeah.
I want to skip the line. I need to get this next shot right now. What would you say to people like that?
No, that's not the way to go. Remember, we are working with and following the evidence and the science. So once you are within a particular time frame, then you are protected. When you come out of that, you begin to lose protection. And it is only at that time that you need. And those times have been found through various studies with large populations. That is what is the time frame that you want to work with. And so we don't want anybody to skip the line in any way.
And then the other side of the coin is the person that is very busy. They're engaged and they say, boy, I missed my appointment.
Oh, geez.
For my second dose.
And that can happen, and it will happen. We just want to encourage those persons that as soon as you can, as quickly as possible, as early as you can come in to get your second shot, please do.
All right. This is something that Jamaicans are being very hesitant with. Is there any other word of encouragement you could share with the Bridge Nation this morning to come out and get vaccinated?
Well, you know, persons have always been concerned about safety and effectiveness. And we know that the vaccines are safe. They do not in any way change our bodies or our makeup. We have over 8 million persons in the world receiving a COVID-19 vaccine, and they are the same persons yesterday as they are today. We have over 1 million persons receiving a dose of vaccine right here in Jamaica. So we don't have to look too far. We know that persons who have been vaccinated continue to have children. There's nothing wrong with their capacity to have children. And we know effectiveness. We see the persons who are in hospital. We see the persons who unfortunately die. The vast majority of them are unvaccinated. We have our own data in country. Our hospitals, of the 349 persons who are in hospital, only 26 are fully vaccinated. The vast majority are not. And those that are severely ill, critically ill, moderately ill, it's 94 to 100% unvaccinated. So vaccines actually do what they say they should do, prevent us from severe illness, hospitalization, and possibly death.
All right. And so the availability, once again, for the Bridge Nation, where can we go? What is happening? Is there any special drive this weekend?
So as is usual, we operate daily from most of our fixed sites, and persons can access the fixed sites, make an appointment by going to JM and book their appointment. We will be operating as usual on the weekend. Some of the common sites, the Type 5 over in Montego Bay, Harborview Health Center, St. Jacob Park, and that listing of our services for the weekend normally comes out later today. So persons can begin looking out at social media and mainstream media in the afternoon to see where we may be popping up this weekend.
Awesome, nice. Awesome. All right, Dr. Melody Ennis is our guest this morning inside of Talking Vax, and she is sharing the critical information that we need to know, especially where it concerns receiving your second dose of the vaccine. Dr. Ennis, I want to say thank you so much for always taking the time to get us up to date and keep encouraging the majority of Jamaicans to do the right thing and get vaccinated.
Let's welcome Mr. Ainsley Brown with a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ainsley. Good afternoon. How are you?
Afternoon, Richie B.
I give you an opportunity to say good morning to Jamaica.
Morning, Jamaica.
Hey, good morning to you,
Blessings, man. Blessings.
All right. He appreciates that. Ainsley, you play a very important role in all of what's happening here today. First of all, how are you feeling today on Jamaica Day here at the Jamaican Pavillion in Dubai?
Extremely proud. Extremely proud. The day has gone off with its ups and downs, but no one has really noticed.
We haven't, for sure.
No one has really noticed, but it's just been tremendous. The support we have gotten, the whole world is here, and the whole world has shown up for Jamaica. They're passing through here, the pavilion. We opened later than normal. We opened normally at 10. We opened at about 12, and we have already gone over 1,000 people. Wow. So we're set to go at least, I think, 2,000 tonight. Yesterday we went over 2,300. So maybe a little bit, maybe 2,100 or so today, I think.
And those are the kinds of numbers you've been having fairly consistently throughout this period, because you've been here since October.
Yes, we've been having ups and downs. At the beginning, 400 or 500 and thereabouts, but then over time we were averaging about 1,000 in November, December period, and then we started to get into the 2,000, and so for the UAE National Day we went over 3,000.
Oh, fantastic. And when you consider the fact that there are over 200 countries representing here, I think I saw a report saying that the daily attendance is usually around 57,000. If we're getting 3,000 of that, we are doing well.
Yes, we are getting at least almost 1% of all visitors to the Expo.
All right. You happen to have information in terms of, I suspect, what people, the areas of interest. We want to get investments into Jamaica. We want some of this UAE money back home. Let's put it that way. What are the areas of interest, and what can you tell us in terms of some of the successes that we've had since we opened here?
Importantly, it's not just the UAE, because at the Expo, the whole world is here, as I said before. So we have had some successes. The bigger announcements will be made by more appropriate parties.
I understand that, yes.
But we have had some interest in healthcare, tourism, in cannabis. Yes, very much in cannabis. CBD oil, specifically. Research and development in that area, in nutraceuticals. And we're seeing some interest in industrial development. Can't say much about that one quite yet. We're still working out some finer details. We're also seeing, we're wrapping up to get a letter of expression of interest in organic fertilizer to use sargassum, which is a major problem for us in Jamaica, particularly for tourist interest and fisher folk. So we're tying up something to try to get an expression of interest to develop organic fertilizer using sargassum.
Let's think very positive here, Ainsley, right? Should the majority of these expressions of interest be converted into actual business? We're looking at thousands, millions of US dollars worth of investment coming to Jamaica?
Millions, yes.
So we're quite heartened, and you're seemingly quite happy with what is happening so far.
I am quite pleased.
We go until the 31st of March. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the period that will be open here at the Jamaican Pavillion?
Just continuing to do the work. There's a lot of work out there. We've done, sown some seeds, and we're just starting to see some of those come up out of the ground. So we're looking forward to see more of the things that we can bring home. And that's what we're focused on. And we're in a sprint now to the end.
Talking about sprint, you saw how many people have been trying that Usain Bolt pose?
Yes, indeed. That's one of the major parts of the pavilion where people take a lot of pictures.
You might not be aware, but I happen to know through my research that you played a very, very important role in what we have laid out here today. For that, we want to say commendations to you. And I think the pavilion is really, really happening. If I were to judge based on all that I've gone into, I would say that Jamaica is in the top 3 in terms of pavilions here at this expo.
I'd have to be a little bit humble and say no, but we're definitely up there.
Thanks for talking to us. All the best.
Anytime.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Ainsley Brown was our guest.
Bridge 99, Red and J. Martin connecting over to DJ Roddy. Are you there?
I am here, and I'm with good company. I got Shellz with me. We have JoJo behind the glass, and of course, your favorite DJ RODDY. Good morning, Jay.
Not like Oddly.
Like Oddly.
So how are you guys this morning?
We're cold. Yes, snow, icy roads, and Jay was like, "Oh, Red, the 401's clear." I don't know what 401 he was talking about. He was talking about the highway.
Yes.
There was a million accidents. It was horrible.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, next time we'll make sure that you get to some information from our traffic man Tony. He is excellent at keeping you up to date as to the happenings on the roads as you traverse the Greater Toronto area. I don't know how he does it.
How do you know traffic?
Everybody, traffic man Tony is Jamaica's icon.
Really?
So he's
How does
everywhere.
he know him? And now traffic man Tony
will
text
call
us.
us right now. He's like, "Oh, I'll tell you what's going on the 401 and in Jamaica." I'm like, "How at the same time? You can't be in 2 places."
Yeah, man, he's great at it. And so we are having wonderful weather. Yes, we want to send some sunshine your way because it is fabulous weather here in Kingston Town. The entire Jamaica, I think, is enjoying some cool breeze. It is February. It's kite season in Jamaica, actually. Yeah.
What season?
Kite season. Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
That means
Fly a kite?
you go and fly a kite. Yes, it is. Growing up, it would be February. We would look forward to February because that's the time.
Ages.
No, Shellz, behave yourself. Shellz is
back in the Stone Ages. He said.
Nobody will get up a fly kite like one.
Well, I was about to say, I've been to Kingston. I've never seen this kite
That's
ceremony.
usually what we tell people when we want them out of our way. Just go fly a kite.
So it's always wonderful connecting with you guys, but this connection is even so much more special for me this morning.
Why is
Okay.
that?
Because our next guest is a fulsome tenor tone has helped to make him a foremost Jamaican reggae saxophonist. He first appeared on the Jamaican music scene in the mid-70s when the importance of brass in reggae bands was starting to fade. He began by playing clarinet with a national volunteer program in Jonestown, where he met Ronald Nambo Robinson and Junior Chico Chin, a trombonist and trumpeter, respectively. Together, they would become the most well-known brass section in Jamaica during the 80s. Dean Fraser was recently highlighted as a reggae ambassador. He is known for working with the most talented in the music industry. And with that, we say welcome and good morning, sir.
Legend.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings,
Big up.
legend.
Hey, on the connection with us is Red and J Martin from Flow 98.7. You might want to say good morning to them as well.
Yes, good morning, Red and Jess.
Good morning.
Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Fraser. I've had the joy of opening with you guys for when you guys did the concert in Toronto. I was the MC and comedian, and I always love when you're here with Taurus. You're an amazing, amazing performer, and we love your work.
Wonderful.
Give thanks, sir. Give thanks, you know.
Bless up.
All right, so Mr. Fraser, sir, how have you been doing?
Well, I've been doing music. That's what I've been doing, sir. Nothing else, you know.
All right, so for those who might not know the impact you've had on reggae music, you want to give us a brief history?
Well, yeah, brief as in I've worked with from Bob Marley to Beanie Man, all that.
Yeah.
Huge.
Enough said.
Huge.
That's
Yeah.
a lot loaded.
Right?
Crush
Enough
it.
said.
Yeah, man. Red, Jay, you want anything you want to ask of Mr. Fraser?
I just want to know when he's touring again, because it's been a long time through over this COVID period, and we love when he's on stage, the dynamic work. When are you guys planning on touring again?
We should be hitting the road. We should be hitting the road come March, April. We should be hitting the road. You know?
Good.
So
That's good.
So we just hope that nothing changes, you know, between, you know, the next month or so. But we should be hitting the road, you know?
And so
Beautiful.
talking about what has been changing and the impact, the uncertainty of the times, many artists have shared with us that it's been a time of introspection. How have you been handling the pandemic and the downtime?
Well, as I said before, I just go into the studios and make music. I just, you know, sit down there and find something to be creative about. You understand me? So if I'm not co-producing or producing, you know, I'm making music for myself. So during this pandemic, you know, I came up with something called Nyabingi Christmas. I came up with something. I came up with something called Flatbridge. You understand me? And of course, I came up with something else which will be out in another month or two. So it's Dean Fraser. Well, I should put it the other way around. It's Ernie Rankin and Dean Fraser together. This album is called Two Colors.
Colors.
That sounds like an amazing project.
And
Red?
yes.
Red
and
has a question
It's with Todd's Records again.
Right. Beautiful. And, you know, there's something about the saxophone and Christmas and then a reggae beat, a reggae vibe. I mean, it's golden, especially that time of year. So, Mr. Fraser, I have two questions for you. One is about, first of all, let's start with Jeopardy. How did you feel when you heard your name on Jeopardy? That was huge.
Yes, that actually changed the day, you know?
Right.
Because with the whole Robbie Shakespeare situation, and you know, I had just finished recording in the studios. This was somewhere about 7:30, 8 p.m. And of course, all the family live around at Todd's Records now is that when we're done and we're touching down in the 8 o'clock and thing. So just before the curfew start, we usually play a couple of games at dominoes and thing. So we're there, you know, trying to get through 2 games before we have to leave for home. And I noticed my phone blowing up, you know. So when I said, why is my phone kicking this? You know, I said, well, I hope it's no bad news again, you know. So this time, though, someone who I don't know, I did not recognize that number, said, "Oh, I thought you might like to learn or to know this." And I saw this Jeopardy clip, you know. So, you know,
Right.
sometimes you have to double check and see if these things are, you know, is not false news, you know. So, Mr. Bit. And then it just started to come from every direction, hitting my phone from all over the world, you know. So then I said, well, see, the day, you know, end pan a high, you know, and we just love it, you know, we give thanks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know you made it when you hear your name on Jeopardy. Another question for you. You know, the sax is magical, and I have, you know, friends that play the saxophone, but I wasn't, I always thought it was a beautiful instrument, and the sounds were amazing. But my little guy, when he was 2 years old, he couldn't even really say. He was like, saxophone? And like every time, you know, we went to the Caribbean or just even in a restaurant, he would go, and, you know, I bought him the little instrument. He actually played at a hotel, but watching him, I'm like, you know, when you think of some of the greats, it's like, you know, how do you guys know that you're going to be a saxophone? When does it all start for you? At what age did it all start for you?
I was about 13, you know, which is quite late, but I was around 13, and when it started for me after my beating and my little slapping that my aunt and my mother gave me for schooling music school, right? So at that time, at the end of that little, you know, that little spanking, I start to say, you know, say, I'm going to have to go take this thing serious because I don't really want to take another beating like that. Because I cry for about a week, you know. So, and it did rough because the crying for the week is not the beating, you know. It's trying to get back to music class, and the teacher keeps sending me home, say, go home, because you're not interested.
Yeah, man.
And me, I say, how me I go prove to this man, say, I really want to play, sir. So every day I'm send me home, I go outside at the door, and I just sit down there again. So when music class finish, and everybody ready to go home, me the same way. And finally, after about a week, him say, all right, start to play again. And then I just got so serious that within a couple of months, I was at the top of the class. I was just ready to go.
Awesome.
And by age 15, you know, my parents now had to be saying to me, no, but you have to go to school. And, you know, me I say, yeah, but
music is the passion.
School have to go hold on a little bit. So, you know, anyway, we came to a little agreement, school, and then you can do what you want with music. So, of course, you know, my first period of class every day was a sleeping period, you know, because, you know, I worked the night before, and, you know, so, you know, yes, so by age 15, 16, I was really,
into it. All right.
Yes, I was really ready.
So, Fraser, I'm going to ask Shellz, my co-host, to take the final question before we
wrap up everything.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, greetings, Mr. Fraser. First and foremost, I want to thank you. I'm a young Jamaican who love reggae music, and what stood out to me, apart from your achievements, is just the humility as well, isn't it? So give thanks.
Okay, give thanks, brother.
Yeah, man. But what I want to also know is, tell us about your involvement in the upcoming 35-piece orchestra. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah, man. It's something that the government of Jamaica, you know, Miss Grange office called me about and say, well, Sizzla, we would like to have Sizzla, you know, with the orchestra, and he really wants me there also.
Nice.
So, yeah, so I decided that, okay, well, yes, I will do it. This is something that I want to do. This is history. You understand me? And with the help of the great John Williams, and of course Ibu Cooper, who they are the Philharmonic section of this is run by them, right? So with their input and me putting the band together and putting the songs together, John Williams will do this all the scoring and everything along with Michael Cooper, and then we have to rehearse one band here and one band there, and then both bands. So yes, so to tell you the truth, last night for the first time, we rehearsed everybody.
Wow.
You know, and it was amazing. You understand me? It was really, really amazing. So come tonight, the same thing will happen. Come Saturday, the same thing will happen. And then now Sunday is the big deal. So yes,
we are looking forward to that.
Yes, most definitely. It will be something, you know,
spectacular,
not to be missed by anyone.
Yeah.
You know, this is something where we have to look at, you understand, and listen to, and we see how our music, the greatness of our music have, and the greatness of a man like Miguel Collins, who, you know, from a young age, you understand me? So we're really looking forward to this.
All right.
I think this will be spectacular.
We
you know?
are waiting with bated breath. Mr. Fraser, I want to thank you so much. You continue to make your indelible mark on the Jamaican music space, and we say thank you. We salute you. It's been a blessing and honor for you, for us, for you to take the time to have this conversation with us. We really appreciate it. We appreciate you, and we wish you all the best in every endeavor going forward. Red and Jay,
thank you. It's been great.
Big up,
It was,
big
great.
up. Thank you. Thank Bridge, everybody. Big up on yourself and just take good care and be safe. Yeah.
right,
Thank you. We'll see you in Toronto. We'll hear you in Toronto. How about that?
You will. You definitely will.
All right, Toronto. Flow 98.7, The Bridge. That was great. And DJ RODDY G, thank you so much for connecting with us. We do this every Friday and Tuesday.
We have with us now a lady who was some time ago behind the microphones of Irie Jam Radio out of New York City. I know that she worked alongside my very good friend Erwin Clare for some time, and look at where we're catching up with her all the way in Dubai. We're talking now with, of course, Yard Girl Abby. Hi, Abby. How you doing?
Hi, Wagwan. What's up? Thank you for the welcome and the introduction. I definitely miss my Irie Jam family. You know, last summer, well, 2 summers ago, started the program with Erwin, and then had to move here to, you know, the UAE. But, you know, I know that my friend, my great, great, great friend is taking over with Erwin. So, you know, everything is going well.
What brings you to the UAE?
So I'm working. I'm actually working at the American University of Sharjah. So the students who live on campus, I'm all in charge of them. Yeah.
And are you enjoying your job?
I am. I'm loving it. So I was just telling someone a while ago that I don't see myself leaving here for a while.
What is so appealing about this area?
I think it's just a multicultural environment. Everyone is so respectful. Safety is a huge thing. As a woman, I can leave like after 10 p.m., walking, running. I feel, you know, no way. Anything that I want, I can get here. The food, we have great Jamaican restaurants. And really just the people, honestly.
You know, I was talking to a Jamaican earlier, and he said, Richie, if you left your car open, went to Jamaica on a trip and come back, and if your cell phone was on the seat, you would come back here and find it right in that same position.
That's true. You see people here in the parking lot, especially in the summertime, leave their cars running, go into the supermarket, and then come back and the car is still there. I probably shouldn't say this on air, but I leave my apartment open all the time, and I come back and everything is still there. So that piece of safety, like I don't even know where my house keys are, because I'm just able to, you know, come back and everything is where it is. So, you know, that kind of safety is hard to get other places, to be honest. As I said, the people, the food, the excitement, the people here love Jamaican culture to the point where you go out and you can only hear a Jamaican set for the entire night. So those kind of things.
I'm sure it does not escape your notice the degree of wealth that is here also.
True. No, that's true. And that's the thing. People think that Dubai is all about wealth. You can come here and fit in anywhere. If you want to go out one night and only spend like a $50, you can spend $50. 100, spend 100. So it doesn't really matter what you like. Depends on what your budget is. There's something for everybody, which is great. But people on, you know, social media see the gold and, you know, the glitz and the glamour. But if you don't want that and want something more laid back, that's also within your budget and it's possible here.
Any plans to do radio here?
Maybe. Never say never, because I didn't think I would do radio in New York. But when Erwin brought me on, it was like a, you know, a life-changing experience. So if the opportunity is there to represent for the Caribbean, to represent for Jamaica, definitely open to it.
They're listening. Send some shout-outs. Go ahead.
Shouting out to everybody in New York, my New York family, Westchester family. Shouting out to my Kingston family. I used to go to Campion, so I'm a Campionite. Shouting out to all the Campionites and just everybody in Jamaica. Keep safe. I know the Reggae Girls won last night. That was amazing. So just shouting out and sending love from Dubai. We represented today at Expo. It was amazing. People were singing Bob Marley. So, you know, it's really truly a sight to see.
Wonderful meeting you, Abby. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how time flies when we're having fun. This is one of several that we'll be doing throughout the day. Bobby was saying to me a while ago, we might even have to go a little bit beyond our usual 11 o'clock, but we see how that goes. In the interim, though, we just want to say thank you very, very much for tuning in to, of course, Bridge 99 FM and, of course, Irie Jam Radio as we continue our coverage from Dubai, from the Jamaican Pavillion, which is a beehive of activity and a whole lot going on. Ministers of government are here in Dubai. We understand that Minister Bartlett is here. We know that we had conversations with Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, and we understand there are many other governmental private sector representatives. I understand that Mr. Panduhi is also in the building, and so we'll be talking to many of these others as we go along. But right now, it's time to go back to the studios. I see my engineer is saying, remember the sponsors. So I'm going to say thank you very much. We're powered by Reggae Sumfest. The return, July 20 to 23, 2022. Our music, our festival, our culture. Thank you to the Jamaica Stock Exchange, recognized by Bloomberg as the #1 stock exchange in the world for 2 years running. Tad's Records, distributors of albums Flatbridge by Dean Fraser and Through It All by George Nooks. We thank the Jamaica Plumbing Supplies, Let's Save Water, and Electric Sticky, producers of King Jazz's new single, Body Moves. Hi to my family back home. Thank you very much, SB and the boys, and welcome to the city to, of course, Deirdre and Mommy Smith. I hope you're feeling good today. Best wishes all the way from Dubai. We'll be back with more on the other side of this break. Stay right where you are. This is Bridge 99 FM.
You know, so the week done already, you know, my brethren. Can you imagine?
Yes, and we give thanks. We're not going like we give thanks, but it's been a good week. It's been a good week, Roddy, my G. You're going good.
Respect, man.
Good, man.
Respect,
The energy up there. And big up the Bridge Nation for rocking with us throughout the week. So I hope everybody enjoy them weekend. You see me? Or strong in, as we like to say. Strong in. Not no week wrong.
Why do you guys insist on trying to rewrite the dictionary? What is the problem?
Because you see now,
words I'm used to use.
Can you see the thing now, Roddy, my G? If you're pre-psychologically, you know, look how I get philosophical for no reason. Enough of the words them were created, used for subject or thoughts, you know. You see me? So I try just... Maybe we overthink a lot of them. Now go around here, but we just go with the vibration. You see me?
What about the generic meaning of words?
No,
not complicate the thing, Virgin.
No, you see, ever since the Unruly Boss came out with the Unruly Thesaurus, cause we can't say the other one. We can't say dictionary.
You can't say dictionary. It is spelled D-I-C-T.
No man, it's Thesaurus. Thesaurus. It's the Unruly Thesaurus. So you know we can't say two anymore. We say few. We can't say, you know, we say forward now. So it's a lot of things. So I like to ensure, you know, all the Bridge Nation know what going, you know.
That is some serious food for thought, because when did this really start? You know, one word that came out that I had a big problem with.
Yeah.
I got level with, you know, and I didn't know when me that fight it. Me know me that fight a losing battle.
Right.
Braff.
You never like the word braff?
When that word came out, I was like, different level of dunceness this.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I never use it yet, but I never have a problem with it. You know, so I heard it's an abbreviation, you know, but I forget what it stood for though.
It don't stand for nothing. Don't try complicate the thing. Don't try give it no credibility. It don't stand. Bridge Nation. I'm right now, the young people them are ready for beat my body.
What's it? I say braff?
Yeah, of course.
Is it a braff? Oh, okay.
Yeah, man. It's one of those slangs that has found its way into our culture.
Yeah.
Big people are use it.
Yeah, and you know when
big people who should know better.
I just can't wait for the Prime Minister use it. Cause you know him know them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up the Prime Minister.
I can actually hear in my mind's ears that he has used it before.
I've
heard Bro God say him a braff.
I hope them can say it during the budget reading or something.
I'm going to Jamaica as a braff next year. I am looking forward to that. Let's go over to my brethren. Let me see.
Man into Jamaica, man.
Yeah.
Jamaica, man. No. How can you get away with it? This morning when I say Jamaica, man, them say, wait, Roddy got rent a dread.
Yeah, it was a rent a dread accent. You don't know where you get that.
It is the Global Connect. It is now on. It is in full effect. It is DJ Roy in the Irie Jam studios in the New York tri-state area. It is yours truly, the extended team, Shellz,
Yes, sir.
JoJo, and Only in the Bridge 99. We simulcast straight into New York, and New York right here, all courtesy of the Bridge. DJ Roy, Irie morning.
Shell, me know why I'm saying man this morning in my same shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Wagwan brethren and sisters.
We're there, DJ Roy. We're there.
I hear you. I'm wondering if he has on the jersey because our bobsled team, are they doing well? I haven't seen any of the activities.
You know, in the trials yesterday, I heard that we finished 5th from last. That was a very creative way. You understand? When I heard we finished 5th, then, you know, from last, it was quite a creative way that they put it. We finished 24th in, our time was like 24th out of a field of 28. That was the last update I heard, all courtesy of the Bridge team yesterday. And so, no, that's not the reason. The reason is because we are celebrating Jamaica Day at the World Expo in Dubai. So, is everything brand Jamaican, Marida? You see it?
I hear.
Yeah.
I heard some of the check-ins that Richie B was doing earlier on the bridge, and they seem to be having a great time over there.
Brother, me hear it, me see it.
Yes.
Me see it.
See it.
Me see it, Virgin. Have you seen it?
Suits on suits.
No, I saw some of it. I saw him speaking to a young lady earlier from New York.
Oh, no, I saw that as well. I'm just talking about the first time he appeared on camera this morning.
Yes, man.
He was rather sharp.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch that part.
The brother looked like money.
Well, money talks.
And he is speaking volumes, I tell you, my friend. He is speaking volumes. Yeah.
Indeed.
Hey, what's up, Roy? Morning.
Bridget, me here say you walk out in our suit earlier this morning. Talk to me.
Hold
Talk to me.
Are those diamonds on the right hand? Is that a diamond bracelet I see?
Real setup them in a row. It's a good thing you know me, I know. My background.
I don't want you to set up my virgin, okay? Because I heard you speaking to a young lady earlier, and she was saying there are affordable things to do in Dubai.
Yes,
okay?
I heard that.
Everything is not about money.
Absolutely. She's 100% correct. We're just here to open the doors so that you can all book your flights. And I suspect it will be sooner than later.
Yeah, man.
So at least make sure you have a passport here, guys.
All right, no problem.
That is where it starts. But thank you. Thank you very much for rejoining us here. We're still inside of the Jamaica Pavillion. And it's really a lot of things going on and a lot of smiling faces. Many Jamaicans have, in fact, been passing through, spending time with us and chit-chatting, telling us about life in Dubai and all the good things. So right now, guess who is in the building? The last time I interviewed him, he was in the capacity of president of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association. I think it is fair to say now that he's the immediate past president, and Richard Pandu, he's here in the building in Dubai, and we're happy to see him. Hi, Richard. How are you doing today?
Hey, Richard B. Glad to be here, man. Great to see you.
Yeah, same here. A few persons knew that I would obviously want to have a chat with you, and they kept telling me, hey, Richard Pandu is here, so you want to talk with him. So I'm happy to have you now. How has it been for you in Dubai?
Well, it's my first time here. And I mean, we actually came down, a group of business people came down earlier this week for a massive food show. We're looking for supply chain mitigation. It was very interesting. I mean, Dubai has so many opportunities, And I mean, COVID is moving on. We have to move on rapidly. So I'm glad to see Jamaica representing at World Expo. I'm glad to see you're here. It showed that, I mean, we're a large country. Our influence is outside. You saw that today's Jamaica Day. Yeah. And my God, people love us.
Oh, yeah. Big time, Richard. Permit me to ask you at least, how did the discussions or the meetings go, actually?
Well, so there are a number of opportunities. There are other business people here. I mean, Derek Cottrell from Derrimon, a couple of people are here. We saw a number of opportunities for both sides. Because Jamaica has opportunities, and the people want to come to Jamaica because It's not just about Jamaica. Jamaica is the doorway to the entire Caribbean. So when we represent as Jamaica, we represent the Caribbean. And so there's a lot of interest, especially with the pandemic. There's a lot of nearshoring opportunities. I think it's big opportunities for Jamaican business for the export in the export world. We are competitive. I mean, the pandemic, we talk about the challenges, but because of the high shipping costs from Asia, etc., suddenly that has helped us to become more competitive. So, I mean, you know, it's okay with the challenges are there, but the opportunities are also there. And I think we have to jump on this. We have to move now. We can't sit back and wait because the time is now to move.
Those are the same sentiments that we heard from a gentleman who is an engineer when he came here in 1977 and is now a consultant and a businessman. But he feels that we were a little tardy in making the move into Dubai with all the opportunities that there are. Obviously, when we see people like yourself, it means that we're taking Dubai as a serious possibility. But are we a little bit late?
Usain Bolt never had the best start in the world, but when he got going on the ending, and Jamaica, that's how we're going now. We're a little bit slow to the blocks, but when we get into our drive phase and our end phase, we come good. So, I mean, it's never too late. Opportunities are there. I mean, the pandemic has given us new opportunities. I mean, yeah, I mean, you could say that we've been slow, we've been tardy, but I believe that we have the capacity and the capability. And listen, we have the vibes. There's something about Jamaica and our ability to find opportunities that I think will help us in this period.
When you speak with others of our representatives, maybe at the, say, the governmental level or others, even other business persons, are they as upbeat as you are?
Well, first of all, I mean, I'm not even a part of the delegation here, right? I'm just supporting. So I heard the Minister Kamina Johnson was here and Diane Edwards from Jampro. I just felt that I had to come and support because we're in this together. I mean, there should be no separation between government and private sector. We have to work together and be strong. I mean, Minister Kamina Johnson, I think, working really hard on our team. But the private sector also has to step up, right? I mean, it's always easy to blame government, but sometimes you have to look at, are we doing enough? So I think there's a level of optimism. I believe so. And I think that, sometimes even you don't want opportunity to come at you, I think opportunities are coming at us now. And I mean, I want to big up Jamaica also on the sporting scene. I mean, it's the Grange, etc. And we're going to be hosting the Carifta Youth Games in Easter. I mean, postponed 2 years in a row. Guyana couldn't take it on. Jamaica took it on last minute. Again, we're showing that we're ready to open up. This will be the biggest international event in Jamaica since the pandemic. So I think there's optimism all around. I think there's a can-do attitude. We just went through the biggest shock in 100 years in the world. And we came out of Jamaica, come out of this pretty all right, you know. Some grief, but we never collapse. So yeah, optimism is there.
Are you satisfied with the action being taken? Do you think that we're at a point now where we ought to be looking at opening up even further or even faster?
Absolutely. I think that staying closed is going to keep us back. I think we have to be careful. I mean, we have to exhibit common sense. But certainly our biggest industry, our creative industry, our entertainment industry. You come to Dubai, what do people know? It's our creatives that bring us out there. Our creative is what makes brand Jamaica. We're not going to compete by being low-cost producer. We're going to compete because we're a niche producer that people want our brand. I keep saying business in Jamaica is nothing without our brands. It's brand Jamaica, and I mean the creative industry has suffered, I think, quite unfairly. I think time to open up and let this thing go, but in a responsible way. I mean, you saw Dom Rep this week. They have now completely...
Totally erased all of those restrictions.
I mean, I don't even know if I can fathom that, but the fact is that we can't continue like this. I mean, the curfew thing, that's for done with, you know.
Richard, you have been preaching that for quite a while. Thank you for talking with us here, face to face. We have done it this many times on the phone on radio stations, but great seeing you, and I hope that all the possibilities that you're exploring will come to fruition very soon, because when you benefit, all of Jamaica benefits. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, great seeing you. I mean, Richie B live in Dubai and Bobby on the team. I mean, wicked man, and I mean, remember to go out and support Carifta, biggest event in Jamaica since the pandemic, and we want to show Jamaica and show that we can do things in a big, big way.
Maximum respects, Richard. All right, Richard Panduhi, of course, he's the managing director of SEPRAD and the immediate past president of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association. There are some other Jamaicans who are here. I'm trying to see whether or not I should call her Marsha or Janice or what, but she's a Jamaican, and I'd like to invite her over right now. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm well. Which name should I call you?
Janice is fine.
Janice is fine. You happen to know a colleague of ours, Mr. Andrew Clunis, and when we mentioned it to you earlier, I heard I heard one of the members of my team saying, "Uh-oh, that's unfortunate." But Andrew is our friend, right?
Yes, he is, definitely. He is what we would say a brother from another mother.
Wonderful. What do you do here?
I'm a teacher.
What level do you teach at?
I teach high school all the way up to grade 12.
And what has the experience been like for you?
It has been different. I have been here since 2017 actually. Wow, time has flown. And it's good. Life here is good. There are things to do. There are things to occupy your weekends, but it is no Jamaica.
What is the approximate size of the Jamaican population in the Emirates, as far as you know?
That's a very difficult question to answer because there are Jamaicans coming here literally every day. There are 3 in this area, in the region, in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. There are 3 big cities, and Jamaicans occupy pretty much all 3. So,
would you say 500, 1,000 that you can vouch for, so to speak?
maybe half of that. I can vouch for half of that, but it's growing.
But it's a together community, is it?
Without a doubt, I definitely can say that.
And it seems like a lot of professionals actually are here.
Yeah, there are quite a few professionals. We have people, like I said, I'm a teacher. There are quite a few teachers. There are people who came from the JDF and are here. There are people who are in engineering, yes.
I understand 20 or more pilots with the Emirates.
Definitely.
Jamaicans.
There's one guy I know who actually teaches, he's a flight pilot. Pilot teacher, instructor, that's the one.
Wonderful. Listen, you want to say hi to anybody back home?
Yes, I would like to say hi to my mom and dad, Rector and Thelma Harrison, over there in Onoto Bay, St. Mary, and my sister in Kingston, Jamaica, and my brother and my in Kingston, and my brother Ian in St. Mary, and Roddy in St. Mary as well.
All these greetings are coming from?
It's coming from Janice.
All right, Janice, good to meet you. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. We're going to hand back to the studios. Gentlemen,
yes, sir.
It's time to come back to you right now.
Yes, sir.
Is everybody all right?
Yeah, man. Tell Janice hi. Tell her that I'm in Kingston right now.
Richie B, the party master, on Up and Go, The Bridge, 99 FM.